response for week 8, the video, The Determinators. Prior to watching the documentary, I had a very negative opinion about the Affordable Health Care Act, or Obamacare, whichever you want to call it. After watching it, I still have a negative opinion about affordable health care. I personally don't have any experience of having to deal with it. We have insurance through my husband's employer, but I've also been in the position where I've had an emergency and had to go to the ER, and we didn't have insurance, and like $3,000–4,000 later, that took us forever to finally pay off. I think having health insurance is a necessity, especially when you have a family. I feel that if the point of the Affordable Health Care Act is to make health insurance more affordable and more accessible to everybody, then it goes further than just than what it is. It needs to go to the hospitals, the doctors, the health insurance companies. But everybody's out to make a dollar, and everyone's greedy. So I think it's going to take a long time if there's going to be any kind of change in the health insurance sector. Do I think that it was a necessary change? I don't think that it was a necessary change. I think that the whole process of applying is a little bit ridiculous. I went on the website that was posted in the module where you put in your income, how many family members you have, do your family members use tobacco, and it's kind of ridiculous, really, and it tells you what you'll get subsidized for from the government, plus the different plans that you can choose from. And I feel like you end up paying more that way than you would pay if you could get insurance another way. I do think one of the positive outcomes that did come from Obamacare and the Affordable Health Care Act is, providing access to insurance for uninsured Americans with pre-existing conditions. So if you had, someone that had diabetes, and before this was passed, they weren't able to get health care because they had a pre-existing condition, but now, they can do that. Or if you have cancer, I don't know if anyone's watched the Michael Moore documentary, Sicko, but I'm in the process of watching that, and it talks a lot about that, and it's really quite disturbing when you do watch it. There's also another really good documentary that's called The Waiting Room that also deals with uninsured Americans and that don't have doctors or insurance. Like I said, they don't have insurance. And the ER is pretty much the doctor, and they walk in there and they walk out. $10,000 later, how are they going to pay for it? They have low-income jobs. So I think it's definitely very thought-provoking documentary and a very thought-provoking subject, because it really makes you question what you really think of the health insurance sector and changes that need to be made in order to really make healthcare more affordable to the masses, and still get good health care, and still be able to see the specialists if you have cancer or you have diabetes or anything terminal type of illness. But it's definitely an interesting and controversial subject. So see you next week.